What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Watch Darius TV. I am back with another review, and this one is of Transformers Rise of the Beast. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video for all things movies coming out basically this year and anything Transformers. So let's start with this review. Okay, I just saw the movie yesterday, and I honestly had to say I thought the movie was okay. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm getting too old for these Transformer movies. Clearly, but it was okay. Compared to the other Transformers movies of the past, it definitely was not better than the first one from 2007. That's the OG one. That's the classic. That was the best out of the whole franchise. Basically, it kind of still rivals a little bit with the Bumblebee movie, even though I like that one. It still wasn't better than the first Transformers. Those are I would say the best two Transformers movies that I personally have seen. Like I said, the one from 2007 was a masterpiece. The movie was all perfect, had right amount enough of comedy in it, action. The story was good. The second one, Revenge of the Fallen. That movie, it looked good, but story wise, and yeah. And I don't feel like getting into all the other ones. Dark of the Moon was the last average, decent Transformers movie, good action story, and it was okay. And then the Mark Wahlberg ones, I love Mark Wahlberg's, a lot of his work, but the last two Transformer movies, I don't have much to say about that. But yeah. Anyway, but this movie was pretty okay, I would say. I was pretty shocked that they had it set in 1994. I wasn't expecting that, the year of my birthday. It was good. I gotta say that the Bumblebee movie, I don't remember where that took place at. I believe that was also another one that took place like I think maybe in the 80s or something like that. So I like that they're doing a different type of thing here by having them set up in the past. The two main antagonists, I mean not antagonists, the two main protagonists, pretty interesting. I'm not used to seeing people of color like the main protagonists in a lot of these type of movies typically, because most of the Transformer movies, the first three, Shia LaBeouf was the main star of those movies, and then Mark Wahlberg was the star of the last two Transformer movies, and then I forgot the one girl's name. I can't pronounce it. I don't even remember her name, but she's a Caucasian young woman was in the movie. So basically, having a Hispanic man and a black woman being the main protagonist in this movie, I kind of like seeing that representation. The movie was okay. I could say I was kind of surprised that they gave Bumblebee sort of like a supporting role, but then again, he was the main star of most of the Transformer movies, like the main MVP. So, having him be sort of a background character was interesting. Not a background character, but sort of like a supporting character. They decided to give more shine to Mirage. I kind of like that. I like his character. He's voiced by Pete Davis. Um, I remember seeing Mirage first, and I think Dark of the Moon Transformer movie, and he was like a red Ferrari, I think, and his character had like a sort of like a Spanish accent, I think. But that was the first time I saw him. They also brought back RC. I remember seeing her in Revenge of the Fallen, I think it was. They had like the motorcycle girl. I think she may have died in that second one. They brought back Scorpion. I remember he was in the first Transformer movies, like the first one. I think so. I like seeing him back. It was also the first Transformer movie I think I can see where Megatron isn't necessarily in the movie. Like he's not a main villain, even though he wasn't in the Bumblebee movie either. But to have a completely different villain, he was pretty interesting. He really gave Optimus Prime a run for his money. Optimus Prime really had to struggle to take this dude down, so I like that. Um, they had this sort of thing going on where they were chasing after this key, which kind of reminded me a lot of most of the past Transformer movies where they're fighting over some sort of object. In the first movie, it was the cube. The second movie, it was some type of matrix thing. I don't remember, but it was some type of object. So in this movie, they're fighting for another object. They had Unicron in this one, so that was interesting. I know that's a big type of Transformer character villain, but other than that, it was entertaining. I liked a lot of action pieces. The story wasn't really that impressive to me. It just felt like I've seen some of that before. I can say that these new Transformer movies, this and the Bumblebee movie, they're a lot more lighthearted compared to the more of the grittiness of the sort of like the Bay films that they had. This one is a lot more almost like a cartoon in a way. It seemed like they're going for with this, but they also but they did most of the past stuff. They did some of the same stuff they've had in past Transformer movies. Have silly side characters like the one guy. there was like sort of like a friend of the main protagonist, Noah, the guy, I forgot his name, was Reek. You know, they had him there, so he was a pretty funny character, I guess, on the side. You know, Pete Davidson, you know, he threw in some comedy, his own stuff. I didn't know Ron Perlman was the voice of Optimus Primal. I didn't know. Like I said, they brought in the I guess the animal Transformers in this movie. I'm not too familiar with Transformers stuff like that. Even though I got a Decepticon shirt on right now, I'm not familiar with it. I know that in the fourth Transformers movie, I think they brought in the Dinobots or something like that. So in this movie, they brought in the animal Transformers and stuff like that. And then Mirage's character, like he was one of my favorite characters in the movie. I like seeing him doing all his skills, stuff like that. He sort of came, stole the show, kind of knocked Bumblebee out the way. And then I was about to say, also Bumblebee. I'm surprised they killed him off in this movie, but they brought him back. I thought Mirage was dead, but then of course they brought him back too. So it seemed like it was no real loss for any of the Transformers except for like the one Laserbeak character, I think the name was. So I wish they could have, at least killed off Bumblebee. I think that would have been a huge um, thing if they would have did that. That would have really like been a surprise. If they would have did that. I wish they would have kept Bumblebee dead because that would have really solidified the movie, but they brought him back, so that's cool though. I also didn't know Peter Dinklage was the voice of the main villain, Scourge. I like his voice; he's a really good actor, voice actor. And let me see what else do I have to say. Also, okay, so Mirage, I don't know, he was somehow able to transform his body over Noah's body at the end of the movie when that happened. I guess that was sort of them hinting that, spoiler alert, that they're going to start to merge with the G.I. Joes and stuff like that. So I guess that was sort of a hint there. That now that the next Transformer movie, whenever the next one come out, they're going to be doing like a G.I. Joe meets Transformers. I don't know. I don't particularly care too much for that. I don't, like I said, I didn't grow up really watching Transformers like that. So I don't know if that's something that's gone on in comic books or something like that. But you know, I don't really care too much about that. Like I said, maybe I'm just getting too old. Clearly, I'm almost 30, so these Transformer movies are. I like them when I was a kid. I don't really care too much about the next one, whether they're doing this whole GI Joe Transformer meetup. I don't really care too much about that, but this one was a pretty average movie. I would say it was okay. Entertaining to watch. Something for the kids. I don't really have much to say. It was okay. Like I said, the story I wasn't really all that impressed by. It was just another one where the Transformers and the Decepticons are fighting over some type of object or something like that, and I wasn't that impressed really by that storyline. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So anyway, like I said, it was a pretty average movie. I would say. I don't know much else I can say about this. I wanted to did Michael Bay direct this? No, it was not directed by Michael Bay. I should have known that because he has a certain directing style, and usually most of his movies have some hot chick running in the background or something like that, or so. Yeah, but he did produce it. He did produce, he did do some production. So, but it was entertaining, cool movie. I would say. I don't have much to say about it because I wasn't that impressed by it, but like I said, maybe because I'm just getting older, I don't know. But it was okay. I still wasn't better than the Bumblebee movie. I would say I still think that was really good. Kind of slept on a little bit. People don't talk about that one that much, but I like Bumblebee getting his own movie. I guess they may want to give him a second movie or something like that, or so they didn't keep him killed off. I knew somebody posted on the internet saying that Bumblebee died, so they kind of spoiled it. But I'm happy they didn't say that he came back at the end, so that was good. But like I said, Mirage, my favorite character, he really stole the show. It was and it kind of took Bumblebee's spot as being the funny, Transformer. I do like seeing more of a bigger group of Transformer characters. Really, I like to see that in each Transformer movie. Them bringing in new characters. Kind of had a smaller team this time around, so. But it was okay. They didn't, do any of the type of wild stuff you see in the Michael Bay Transformer movies, where they have a character like, the characters with the grills in their mouth and kind of, I guess I don't know what they were supposed to be, some type of basically I don't know what they were supposed to be, like some type of weird hip hop type of Transformers they had in the second movie. I'm happy they didn't do nothing like that, nothing, kind of goofy or too silly. They made it just enough, So yeah, I don't have much else to say. So I just give a quick rating. I would say out of 4 stars, I would give it two. 2 out of 4 is solid two. It was okay, and yeah, that's about it. That's all I got to say. This quick review of Transformers, what's it called again? Rise of the Beast. And yeah, Transformers, and I'm saying, huge fan of it. Love the Michael Bay ones. And yeah, so that's all I can say. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share this video for more reviews, and thanks for watching my video.